Greetings dear friends and welcome once more to this channel. This is 𝐒𝐮𝐩𝐸 from 𝐼𝐸volution Company. But today I'm going to be guiding you on how to create, show, use and delete databases. Before we get started, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button below. For this tutorial, I'm going to be using 𝐒𝐮𝐩𝐩𝐨𝐫𝐭 as my editor in order to guide you through the syntax that I will be using and the MySQL command line client for the proper coding. So we are going to start with the syntax. Before we get there, let me launch my SQL command line client. When my SQL command line client is launched, you'll be prompted to enter the password. There's a password that when you were installing on MySQL, you had to create. So I'm going to enter my password. So now I have entered my password and you can see that my SQL command line client is prompting me to enter some code. Let's first get an overview of the different syntax that we are going to be coding here. So we are going to start with show databases. Show databases which will be used for us to have an idea of the different databases that has or have been created already. The next syntax is create database. Create database, then the name of the database. This syntax is used to create a database. To use a database, we use, then the database name. And then to check if we are actually working with a certain database, we use select, and then database. And finally, to delete the database, we use stop, then database name. So these are the different syntax that we'll be using. So now let's get to my SQL command line client to actually use this various syntax to show databases, to create, use, and delete databases. Okay, I am in my SQL command line client. I'm going to start with show databases. So you can see that we have these created databases in my SQL. Now that we know the different databases that exist, we can create apps using create database. We are going to name our database employee. Create database employee. Okay, so now we have created a database. To be sure that we have actually created a database, we'll check that using show databases, and you can see the database employee that has been created. So use a database because when you have created a database, when you want to work with it, you need to or tell MySQL which database you want to work with, and that is done using the use database. So I have used the database employee. Now, if I select, you can see that I'm actually in the employee database. The last thing I'm going to show you is how to delete a database. To do that, I'm going to delete the employee database that we just created. Okay, we have deleted our employee database. So check if we actually deleted the database, we show databases, and you can see that the employee database has been deleted. Thank you once more for watching this video, and remember to subscribe. We meet in the next one. Thanks.